Hi everyone, I hope you're doing super well. Today we're going to talk about one of the easiest to care for philodendron, one of my favorites, the Philodendron Burle Marx. But for this, we're going to have to leave my living room and we're going to have to travel all the way to the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. So let's go there. Yes, welcome to the Amazon rainforest in the tropics of Brazil. Apparently a beautiful place. I have never been, so I can't tell you firsthand, but that is where we would find the Burle Marx, the Philodendron Burle Marx, which is a beauty, but let's head back to my living room because this is a little too much, I think. What we're going to do is we're going to pot up these cuttings. These are cuttings of my original Philodendron Burle Marx, big mother plant, and I had been water propagating them for about a month and a half or so, and they've already grown some really long roots. This is an absolutely easy to care for philodendron that's not so easy to find, but if you purchase online or at a rare plant shop in your community, you'll probably run across them. I have two other types of Philodendron Burle Marx species, and that is the Philodendron Burle Marx variegata, the variegated version, which has yellowish spots to its leaves, one of my favorite variegated plants. And then I have my Philodendron Burle Marx Fantasy, which is hands down one of my favorite philodendron. I mean, take a look at these leaves. They're so stunning. This plant is a slow grower, but I'll tell you what, the original Philodendron Burle Marx is a really fast grower. The complete opposite. I mean, this thing takes off like crazy. So with these cuttings today, we are going to pot them up with some of my chunky aroid soil mix, which I have told you folks about in other videos. This is usually what I pot up my aroids, my Araceae family plants, which include philodendron, epipremna, monstera, syndapsis, anthurium, so many different genuses of plants that fall under the aroids. So I have this white pot because I do really like white pots, and even though it is ceramic, it's not the best for having soil dry out and stuff like that, but I did drill a lot of holes into the bottom of it, so I think that's going to help it out quite a bit, along with this chunky aroid soil mix. So first things first, we're going to put a base layer inside this pot, and then from there I am going to take these cuttings and I'm going to use some rooting hormone powder to put on the roots, these new roots. Look at those things. They have grown so much in such a short period of time. This is what I love about philodendron in general, but especially the species, because the Burle Marx is a really super fast growing plant and rooter. So here we go. Little bit of it on there, like it's sugar or powder. I'm just gonna roll these roots around here a little bit. I'm trying very hard not to actually touch the roots because they're brand new, and I also don't want to mess with the plant's growth, which could happen, especially with like new roots. Okay, so I have this, and even though I said I'm not going to mess around with the roots, I am going to try to put these down here just a tad bit so they are in the pot a little bit better. And then I'm going to take this fella here, this other cutting, which has a decent sized root that it grew in water propagation, but it's a very thick root too, so that's also a good thing. So let's see here. What I can tell you about these plants is that, like I said in the beginning, they are really easy to care for. In fact, I sometimes forget to water this plant, like the mother plant where I got these cuttings from, and the thing is still super healthy, even though I forget to water it. But here's the thing, is that they like temperatures around like 55 to 80 degrees, and then also they really enjoy humidity. So if you have a humidifier, that will certainly help this plant grow super fast. All right, we're going to take this last cutting here with a big root that grew out of it, but also some little roots that are growing out of the side too. Oh, put a little bit too much powder on there, and I didn't even hit the roots, but That's okay. That's why I have this little plastic container down below, is so it'll catch any extra rooting hormone powder that I don't happen to get on the plant. Alrighty, so I want to put these up so they're kind of like in a very similar, not like all over the place type of thing. Okay, so now that I have the roots down there, I'm going to, gotta get this last one down there. And now, as I struggle with this, I'm glad that you guys get to be on the struggle bus with me. Okay, let's see. Use some soil to kind of keep that down. Ah, it's so up on that side. Okay, there we go. So now some of this. There we go. Shake that new soil around. And then cover up that last root. Yay! We did it. And then what I'll probably do is, now, since this is like a climbing philodendron, it would love a pole and it would continue to climb up it and get really big leaves. But I've had that with these plants before, and they just grow so fast. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it without a pole this time. So what I might do is maybe put like a little plastic plastic pole they can climb up, like a little small skinny one that you find in an orchid pot, put it in the middle here, and then use some invisible line, some fishing line to kind of hold these leaves together. So all I have to do now before that is just water it, and then we have a brand new plant. So if you folks haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more fun and interesting planty content. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next video.